know you had a double-double by halftime? Did they tell you what you had already done in the first half?
I knew. I'm not gonna lie. I looked up. It was like, oh, okay, I got a little like one rebound away. I was talking to Wise actually, and she was like, let me get a rebound because we were talking about it, and I was like, just give me one, and you can have the rest. But no, I knew. I looked up.
What was the difference for you guys in the second quarter? Sarah, I guess you can answer this one just to kind of get y'all going because obviously they kind of pushed you in the first quarter.
We don't get tired. I think they put us in great shape this off season to be able to play in that second half. So I think that's going to be the biggest difference this year is us playing in the second half at the same pace that we started the game with.
Bugs, it's still a young season, but you're off to a career best performance so far. I mean, what's just kind of been the key for you?
I've talked about it, but it's just a personal year for me. Like just some personal goals I've set and things I've seen, and just the potential of my team. And I know what role I play, and I have to just bring it every night. And it's not just me, but also my teammates. I'm the energy. That's my role. So just come in with that every night. That just pushes me. And yeah, I've had some good games so far, but nothing without my team. So I'm just main focus is just keep my energy and everything will come.
Sarah, Yaya brought a lot of energy off the bench. How important is she going to be to this team, especially after losing Jana?
Very important. She's that spark. I don't think anybody can stop Yaya when she's going downhill. I think, when she comes off the bench, we get a different, like a second boost of energy. So her just coming and bringing it every game, she's going to be very important for us this year.
Sarah, how nice was it to see Nettie kind of take over in the post throughout the game?
Shoot, Nettie was PG at one point. I don't know y'all saw the steal, but Nettie took it coast to coast. But that shows you that we can have a balanced game. We can kill you in a post, and our guards can kill you as well. And I think that's a little bit of what we were missing last year. So I think to see Nettie dominate down there is amazing. It'll open up stuff for the guards. So just seeing her have a night like this is just the beginning.
Bugs, you had a career-high free throws and just seemed to force all that contact in the first quarter. Is that something you've worked with Coach Collin?
I mean, yeah, free throws were also a goal of mine. I said, I know, like just every year I've gotten 1% better at free throws, and I just really kind of lock in when it comes to free throws. But just having the confidence to be able to attack, I attacked a lot tonight, and just be able to play through those. But yeah, I didn't know that. I was shooting a whole bunch of free throws.
Sarah, how important was it just to have a bounce-back game after a tough loss at Oregon?
Very important. I think, we fought back against that Oregon team. They're a great team. But I think it shows you that this team can come out and play with anybody. It's just a tough loss on the road, and I think we learned a lot from it. That was the first time we was challenged in the season, so it showed us early what we needed to work on. And I think we took advantage of it this game. Like, we didn't really play in a post last game. And tonight, like, everybody, we had a balanced assist all around, and everybody had a great game. So I think that just shows you that we got to have a balanced game in order to win.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, obviously Bug's off to a really good start this year. What's just kind of been the key for her?
Well, I think she's combining her motor, which she's had since the day she stepped off campus, with her process continuing to just get better. She's finishing at the rim. She's making good decisions most of the time. Tonight it was drawing fouls. I mean, she drew 8 fouls, and then she went and she completed those plays. But she just doesn't take plays off. Like, her defense is so much better. If you look at, like, year over year, the way she's guarding on the perimeter, the way she's contesting shots, the way she stays in plays, she just never slows down. When other people slow down, she speeds up. And so, she didn't have to take any jump shots tonight. Tonight it was about getting to the rim and drawing fouls and getting on the offensive glass. And she brings you what you need when you need it. And, I was talking on the radio, first play of the third quarter, we ran an action where she fed Nettie on a screen, and we got a layup. And then when they took that away, when we came back and ran it again, she drove, kicked it to Bella. Bella hit a 3. Like, that is the growth. Like, she might have forced that in because that was the play call, as opposed to, okay, it's not there this time. What do we do next? And so I think for her, wow, she's playing great.
Nikki, after Bella's injury the other night, are you surprised you got 24 minutes, 15 points out of her?
No. I thought that when she knew there was no break, that it was a mild ankle sprain, that she was, I think when you're thinking about it, it's hard. Once you start playing, it's not. Everyone in their career has played with an ankle sprain. And, I think when the adrenaline of the game and you get warmed up, you just play. When Bella sees threes goes through the basket, it hurts even less, So I thought we did a good job of, mixing minutes and not overplaying her. Some of that was picking up 2 fouls early, but I thought, when I challenged her at halftime to rebound more, I mean, she had 1 rebound in the first half. So, 4 doesn't seem like a lot, but she got 2 offensive rebounds in that third quarter. And so I thought the team really responded to our locker room talk tonight about rebounding the basketball.
How much did you guys need a game like this after a hard-fought game in Oregon?
I just think we needed to play a game, period. I think we were uncharacteristically running nothing at Oregon. It's like, it's wild to me. I mean, this tells you how talented this team is offensively, that we can not execute and not run good stuff consistently over a 40-minute game and still score 74 points. Like, I watched that game and think, like, we didn't flow into action. We didn't flow into drags. We didn't post feed early. We didn't do a lot of things well offensively in that game. And so, we were really focused, obviously, early in the game on getting post touches. It was like we aren't going to go another half with getting Nettie 1 touch. And, I really challenged her to get 20 and 12. And if she had made her free throws there, she'd have been at 20 and 11 in 20 minutes. And so that's what she needs to do. She needs to have that impact every time she steps out onto the floor. But it was good to see us. I mean, it was a team tonight. I want to give them a lot of credit because I know the score wasn't close, but they're frustrating to guard. They really stretch you out. Horvath is really, really good with the ball. You back up, she hits the step back. She can shoot wrong-footed shots. Like, they just bob and weave, and if you help, they can kick it. So I thought they were a challenge to guard. And so, I just thought that for us was good as well, to have to force us in even some uncomfortable matchups. Kyla had to guard on the perimeter. Nettie had to guard on the perimeter at times. So I think that team was maybe better than the score, because they bothered us at times.
Coach Wise and Kayla scored their first points tonight. How much of a energy and a spark do they bring off the bench?
Yeah, I thought Wise was phenomenal. Like she played, I want to say 7 or 8 minutes straight in that second quarter. And her plus minus over that stretch, that's when we started to extend the lead. And I thought she played within herself. She didn't do anything crazy. All she did was run a ball down and get an offensive rebound lay-in. But I thought her defensive energy, she was guarding really, really well, getting matched up. She made a couple mistakes in the second half, but everybody made a couple mistakes. But I thought her defensive intensity was really, really important for us to go to. And I thought when Kyla settles down and takes her time around the rim and becomes a little bit more of an offensive threat, she's going to be really, really good coming off the bench for Nettie. I think she gives us a more of a shot blocking presence. She's really taking pride in reading and rotating and making plays. I feel like she had more than 2 blocks, honestly, when I look at the box score. But I thought her energy was good. She ran the floor well. She didn't make her free throws tonight, and we got to get her to get to balance and calm down when she catches it. We need her to have a little bit of what Kayla has, and we need Kayla to have a little bit of what Kyla has in terms of motor and getting up and down. But I really thought Kyla and Wise were really good off the bench tonight.
Sarah and Jada combined for 15 assists. Were you a lot happier about how they kind of spread the ball around tonight?
Yeah, I thought Jada's process was better. Honestly, that team didn't pressure the ball. They didn't pressure, they didn't deny, they didn't put you in a situation where you had to throw perfect passes to initiate offense. They're more of a containment defense. They were under on ball screens. They were, they didn't deny anything. So, we any turnover we had was us either getting in too deep into congestion or not looking at an outlet and throwing it. But I thought they did a good job of mixing shot and pass. So I thought, Jada could have played downhill off our horns action a little bit more late. But she was really trying to play to the high-low and get, some of our bench involved. But I thought she could have been a little more aggressive there. But other than that, I thought the way, I thought Sarah dropped a couple passes. Sarah could have easily had 10 assists. Kyla missed an easy lay-in in the first half. I think both those guys, if we make a couple more layups on post feeds or rolls, they probably have double-digit assists.
I know you just finished that one, but any thoughts on A&M Corpus Christi, just because we won't get you again before then?
Yeah, really, really vet group. Returned most of their team from last year. Super confident right now. I don't know if they were playing tonight. I look ahead at the schedule, but opening with a win at A&M, has to give you confidence. Then you turn around and we scrimmaged Texas State and they popped them pretty good. And so I watched that one just because the awareness I have of having scrimmaged Texas State, what they did against them and their ball screen stuff. But just, really well coached. He's been doing this a long time and does it really, really well. They guard you like crazy. Analytically, their defense is where they are most competitive. They don't score a ton of points, but you got to work to score points yourself. They like to jam ball screens. You don't see that a lot. So that's something we don't spend a lot of time working on, but I promise you we will over the next 2 days. Have a game plan for their jams. But it keeps your rollers from rolling, and we're pretty good at rolling. So, our guards are going to have to be aggressive downhill and make plays if they get to their jams. But, just a really well-coached veteran team that they don't beat themselves. They don't beat themselves.
Is Madison still kind of working her way back? How far along is she?
Yeah, I just feel like Madison from June on, it's just been a roller coaster of back issues, concussions, car accidents, you name it. There's just been all these things that have kept her from getting sustained stretches of practice. And so, you get in these games tonight, and it's not that you don't want to play her or that you don't think she's good enough to play. You just know that Kyla needs minutes, and Kayla brings a different presence in how she plays and wanting to see. So I don't really have fear of playing Madison. I just think, to me, it's a little bit about the amount of practice time she's missed in terms of giving those other kids maybe more opportunities right now. Doesn't mean that's the same way in 6 weeks or 2 months, but like right now, I think she's got to work her way back to, kind of earning those minutes, and to no fault of her own. You're welcome.